Hello, right. Whew, my hair's a mess. Let me turn this up so you can see me a little more. Hello, hi. It's Scout Chopper here. Coming back from God, it's probably been about a year since I made my last album. I don't entirely actually, I can look it up right now. So while I'm doing that, let me tell you about where I've been. It's a bit of a long story. So here it goes. So February, almost a year now. Um, So here's the story. Uh, I did my last show March 7th of last year. It was the day I turned 21. And I was sick that day. Rip snorting good time though. Since then, actually, over and over and over again, I have been selfish. I would say I would not be getting the reaction I wanted, and so I'd stop playing music like a child. Basically, I would throw a hissy fit because of it. On that note, I've been reading Amanda Palmer's new book, The Art of Asking, and it made me feel selfish in a good way. If you haven't picked it up, I would strongly suggest you pick up that book because it is amazing. Sorry, my camera's a little shaky. Um, but so I picked it up and I was reading it, and I realized how selfish I had been. Because I have a lot of fans. I have a lot of people maybe still do that really like what I do. I felt like I was ignoring them, and I want to apologize first of all for that, for being such a narcissist, I guess in a way. I don't know. So with that in mind, the story of what happened was I got very disappointed at my job and at work, things along that nature. Um, Things weren't going the way I wanted to. So in May, now the whole internet is going to know this, or those of you who follow me rather. In May, I woke up one morning and thought, this is the day. I'm going to go down to the lake and I'm going to put a bullet straight in my head. Um, and the thought terrified me when I went downstairs and was sitting with my mom. Sorry, or something on the ground. And I was sitting with my mom, and the thought terrified me that I was willing to give that all up. Um, so obviously I didn't go through with it. I went to the hospital for a couple days, got prescribed meds. They've really been helping, and I'm doing much better. But I still didn't play music for a while. And then it was before I started reading this book, perhaps, um, or maybe when I began it, I don't know. But it hit me that I love playing music, but I feel so strange charging for people to hear me play music. It just doesn't feel right. I want to move this down. Sorry, nope, too far. Anyway, it felt really strange having people charge to go see me play, but I'm too scared to play on the side of the street. And again, read this book if you haven't. It's really helpful. This is mostly just a plug for Amanda Palmer's book, The Art of Asking. She's a beautiful, wonderful woman married to a beautiful, wonderful man. And so it inspired me to not only start again, but to have some respect for my fans and for my friends. Really my friends, because most of the people who listen to my music, I try to talk to and get on a personal level with, which I've always done. I've always been really proud about that. I've always tried to, it's been wonderful. I've met so many cool people, and they've built me up so high. So basically, what this is, I was going to wait and release it, but it's taking longer than I thought. I am coming out with a new album. The name isn't really worked out yet, but I'm thinking something along the lines of "Don't Give Up." And I've got some songs for it, which I'll be recording after I finish this video. So yes, story. I started reading, and I had my friend Lynn over, who is so beautiful and so wonderful and so talented, and she helped me write this new song, and I was like, yeah, I want to do this again. Maybe I'll go on tour, and maybe I'll do fuck all, who knows. But Kitty, you're not gonna be able to stay there. But sorry, this is my cat, Kitty, is what we call her. But sorry, I got sidetracked. I know I'm going on a bit, but charging for music asking for that help isn't a bad thing by any means. But I so love doing it over the internet and being able, pay what you can, give what you can. I appreciate it, but this is my gift to you. I originally started playing music out of, that wasn't creepy. The door closed on its own. I originally started playing music out of the it came from the idea of wanting to give. Back in high school, obviously, I wasn't the popular kid. I mean, and that's not even fair to say. I had a lot of friends, but I've been dealing with the shit up here for so long, I didn't realize it. So I've always been playing music because I want to connect to people. I want people to feel like they're not alone. And if I have ever given that to you via music, then that is just fantastic. And all I wanted to do was help. I got selfish down the line, started doing it for myself. And now I'm trying to meet in the middle by doing it for myself and just giving people this way out, this way to hear this song, and maybe find some comfort or relate in it, to know that you're really not alone out there. As many times as you hear that, you're really not. In the hospital, I met so many people that were just like me, and they were so wonderful and so caring, and like they understood what I was going through, even if I wasn't going through it in the same way. So I'm getting back into music after this long year journey of self-discovery. I'm getting back into music. It's definitely still going to be pay what you can. If you can support, that would be awesome. I do want to go on tour one day. I do want to take this on the road. Either way, like, I still want to do it online. I'm still going to be playing shows, hopefully more in like, parks or house shows where people can just come and pay for the music and not so much other things. So do support local venues, otherwise, local music will die out. My screen went black, but my big thing is I want to just play for fans and family and friends, and I want them to pay, like, already knowing what they're getting into. That may not make any sense. But, so I am going to still play music. I'm still going to do shows. I'm starting to again. I'm not going to make a promise that I won't fall out of it again, because that's, again, a lot of stuff up here, and that's just who I am, and it happens. But for those of you, to wrap it all up, for those of you who have stuck with me, for those of you who have continued to listen, and who have stood by my side and waited while I was on this crazy hiatus, and for those of you who have always been there since I was 14 years old doing this, thank you so much. It means the world to me. I love you guys so much, and I wish I could tell you how much I love you. I wish there were words to say it, but there's really not. I've written songs about it, but there's no way there's no way to put it in words how much I just love all of you that have just been standing by my side. And for those of you who are just now like, what's this? What am I getting into? I hope you enjoy it, and I thank you so much for taking the time to listen. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch this. I'm not sure if I really covered anything or explained anything very well, but regardless, like, thank you so much, and I love you to death. Anyway, look forward to that new album coming out. I'm gonna, after this video's gone on a bit long, so I'm gonna record it in a new one. So look for that in like 20 minutes. And thank you again so much to everyone. I love you guys so much.